Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Extra Hot The Grill. This week on The Grill, I'm joined with artist Tobi A. Tobi, how are you doing?
Yo, I'm good. I'm doing good. Excited to be here, you know. It's gonna be
We're excited to have you. It's amazing that you can join us from all the way over in Dublin. It's amazing.
Funny old Dublin.
Yeah. I love Dublin. I've been there once. No, I've been there twice and I loved it both times. It's a great place.
Yeah. No, Dublin is a nice city, but I'm just getting bored of it because I've been here for so long. So,
Have you grown up there? You lived your whole life there, right?
Yeah, I've actually been in Ireland since I was like 3. So, you know, Ireland is home. But I've actually lived in the UK as well. I lived there for like a year when I was younger. So
no way.
Places,
Which part of England was it? Like London?
Yeah, I was living like around Peckham.
Yeah, Peckham, yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Peckham for like a year, and then I moved over here. So.
Oh, it's a big change, but it's good.
Yeah.
Now, for our viewers, Tobi, I'd love for you to introduce yourself briefly and just tell us your name, the genre of music you create, and how long you've been making music for.
Right. So, hey guys, I'm Tobi A. I'm an R&B artist, but I talk about God and my Christian faith in my music to my music. I've been doing music since I was about 7 years old. So I started off playing drums in the church, then I went on to rapping, and now I'm a singer. And what was the other question as well?
How long have you been making music for?
Oh yeah, I've been making music since I was 7. So.
Wow. And what was it that inspired you to first get into music? Was it a person, like what or who inspired you with your music and kind of taking that on as a passion?
Yeah. So in terms of my music, who inspired me, it was actually my music teacher in school. So I used to go to a secondary school, which was very, very musical. So every single year we do talent shows and musicals and stuff like that. And my music teacher, he was a professional opera singer. Yeah, so he's a professional opera singer. And he was really into singing as well. So he always encouraged me to do a lot of singing, a lot of playing the drums and stuff like that, and performing on stage. So the more he got me to perform on stage, I just developed a real passion for just being on stage and singing and just doing music. So my passion for music just started from there. And I've just been in love with making music and performing ever since.
So amazing. I'm always looking for music on my show with a message. And the way that you incorporate your faith into your music it hooked me instantly. I think the first track I heard of yours was Know Your Worth, and we featured it on one of the Extra Hot episodes. And I was so inspired by that track. I was like, this is deep. I was like, this is amazing. But what's the key message that for anybody who listens to your music that you want them to take away from your artistry?
For work in particular, the main message I want to get across is for people to look to God to define their worth. Especially in the day and age that we live in, people look to so many different things to find worth in. But I'm trying to tell people that God says, you know, you're beautifully and wonderfully made, and you should live your life knowing that, you know. So that's really what I wanted to get across in work.
Yeah. Was there a point for you where you began to think, you know what, I want to put my own experience into music of what you've been learning with God and stuff as well?
That came quite recently, actually. I actually switched to trying to talk more about my faith actually recently. I think I started doing that like last September or so. I really just wanted to get across my faith because especially in the country that I live in, there's not a lot of people talking about Jesus or, you know, their experiences with, and especially amongst young people, it's very rare. So I just wanted to be a voice for you. I wanted to talk about it more for young people in Ireland because there's not much of that, and in the music industry, a lot of dark stuff. So I just wanted to just be a voice that talks about Jesus.
Yeah. And I can imagine in Dublin, I've been there a couple of times, and on both times I've done, on one of the times I was there was to do outreach actually, and to engage with people about conversations with life, faith and God. And there's quite a divide over in Ireland with Catholics and Protestants, isn't there? So it's amazing how you're bringing your voice to be a spokesperson almost for Jesus, aside from religion and the division. It's amazing that you're able to be like, listen, take that aside. Jesus is here and that's who we should be talking about. It's really inspiring. Have you found that that's been like hard as you've begun to do that journey?
Yes, quite hard, because people are just like, like, why are you talking about Jesus? But yeah. It's been a mix. Some people have been like, why are you talking about Jesus? But some people, even people who don't know about Jesus at all, or don't really want to listen to it, I've been like, I actually really like this. Like, it's bringing something that's positive and different. So I've gotten a mixed bag of reactions, but I'm really happy with what I'm putting out, because I know it's what God wants me to do, and I know it's where He's placed me. So yeah.
That's amazing. I love that, because I think as well, to do it through the means of music as well, to bring your faith through the means of music, a lot of people are open to music. Do you know what I mean? Whereas they won't maybe be open to just a dialogue or a discussion, but through music, people will be listening. So it's amazing what you're doing, man. Now, during lockdown, you've blown up quite a lot with your music. A lot's happened in your life in general, hasn't it? You got engaged a couple of months back as well. You've got your new track that's released about your relationship as well. Can you tell us, how has lockdown been for you in regards to your music and actually being a boost for you? Would you say it's been a boost for you artistically, the lockdown?
Yeah, honestly, lockdown has been a great help in terms of music, because it's forced me to actually stay inside and just write tracks a lot. And also in terms of connecting with people, because of the fact that we have to rely on Zoom and stuff like that for connections. Like, I've been able to connect with so many different artists through Instagram and Zoom. People like just so many amazing people. So it's really helped me a lot in terms of my music, for sure.
I love hearing that, because I think I've been talking with a lot of different artists and stuff, and just creativity in general within the creative sector. It can feel a lot like lockdown's kind of crushing the creative sector, but there's so many new avenues and territories from which artists can branch out. And I think the online space has been one of those, hasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how important is it to you that you create music with messages about your faith and relationship with God? Like, how important is that to you?
Honestly, it is extremely important, because as I was saying before, the day and age that we live in, it's the music that's been put out there for young people is just a lot of it's extremely negative, and it talks about just a lot of ungodly things. So I think there needs to be more artists who are talking about God. So it's something that's really just extremely important for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting, I was at a venue the other day, a music venue that's going to be opening up with lockdown easing, and it was interesting. They asked me what kind of genre of music I like, and I was like, I love R&B and hip-hop and stuff like that. And I said to them, do you guys play that music? And they said they didn't, because of the content of the music. And I just thought to myself, if only these people knew about half the artists that we have on Extra Heart that are creating this genre of music, but with content that is so uplifting, that is good for society, that is good for young people. I was like, they'd be playing it everywhere. They'd be getting you guys in every week. But it's amazing that, you're making your music, you're getting it on different platforms. I was just seeing your latest track that you was on Gospel Hydration, that it's been streamed through there on YouTube. Like, it's amazing that you're getting that reach online to reach more people with your music. Now, your latest track, Diamond, which I just mentioned, I would love for you to share with us the journey of you making this track, because obviously it's to do with your fiance. I would love to hear the love story, and tell me all about this track, Diamond, and what the journey was of making that track.
Yeah. So in terms of Diamond, I really just wanted to talk about what it feels like to be in a God-centered relationship, to be honest. And with my fiance, honestly, she's just a very godly woman. That's the one thing that really stood out for me, was her love for God, and that just really attracted me a lot. So in the song, I just wanted to get that across and talk about how beautiful a God-centered relationship is, and how what she means to me in the song as well. So it's honestly one of my favorite tracks. It's because of the fact it's for my fiance. So
that's really special. I like that a lot. And so with all your music, let our viewers know, where can they be finding your music? What platforms are you on? This is your time to really share with us where we can be getting your music at.
Yeah. So guys, you can get my music on Spotify, you can get it on YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, pretty much every streaming platform. And then you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Tobi_A Music, Twitter at Tobi A Music 10, and then Tobi A on Facebook and SoundCloud and everything else. So yeah.
Amazing. And we'll tag all of these within this video as well, so that people can just click and get to you really quick. But dude, thank you so much for joining me today on here and being a part of Extra Hot The Grill. It's amazing that we get to have artists like yourself on the show, and you get to share your heart and where music's at these days, that there are artists making good, cool music with a message behind it as well. And I appreciate that. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for your craft, and keep making that music.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much for inviting me on it, and even like for listening to it and sharing it, for real. I honestly appreciate that. I was actually so shocked when you found the song. I was like, whoa, like
yeah. When it got sent in the chat, when we were sorting the episodes out, I was like, this track needs to get on. This is deep. I was like, I love it. It caught me instantly because of the message, and I love that with music. I'm like, it's got to be a good vibe. I'm all about the vibes, right? But it's got to be a good message as well. Like, I need something that's in the soul, and that did that. So keep creating your music, Tobi. We want to keep hearing it. And thanks for joining me today.
I will, for sure. Thank you. Appreciate
Bye.
It.
Visit us for updates and shows at affinityextra.co.uk.